Hello, welcome to Texas Style Cuisine. Glad you joined us today. Today we are going to look at my 12-cup Campfire percolator that I got from Bass Pro Shops. So we're going to do a little evaluation on it and also look at my Coleman 413G stove. That's what we're going to be using today. I'm not going to put it on the Campfire, but we're going to look at that stove. That's a October of '73 model and our 12-cup percolator that goes on the Campfire. See how it works on our Coleman stove. Sit back, get ready to watch Texas Style Cuisine, and we thank you for dropping in. Welcome back to Texas Style Cuisine. Glad you came back to join us. This is the review we're doing today. This is my Coleman 413G stove. It has a birth date of October of '73. Still in very good shape. Works really good. Anyways, we're going to get started on this, and I'm going to brew some coffee on here on my new coffee pot. This is a 12-cup Bass Pro stainless steel Campfire percolator. Now, it doesn't hold 12 cups. First thing I'm going to tell you right now. 12 cups is to the top. It actually will hold 10 cups of coffee. Now, on the Bass Pro Shops website, it doesn't say anything about it. And it doesn't show a 12 cup, it only shows a 14. But if you go to the Cabela site, which has one that looks identical except for the name on it, it says it measures in 5-ounce cups. So it's basically measuring a cup of coffee, because most coffee cups are 5 or 6 ounces. And if you measure it that way, there's more than 12 cups in there. We have 10 cups of water in it. And so that comes right to the bottom of the spout. And I can bring this up a little closer, and we can look inside of it. But it's nice little put together. Right there we go. And I don't know if we can see this, but I'm going to turn it. Looks like a little bit of coffee did get out of there. But you can't really tell. The water is just to the bottom of the spout. Now, some of that could be spilled, I guess, when I was putting the coffee in. But seals up very nice. There's our coffee. Lids on it. Right there. And it is a Bass Pro. We can see the Bass Pro emblem on it. But I'm going to get this started, kind of see how long it takes this Coleman stove to bring it up to perk. Could put it over a Campfire. Not going to do that today. Wanted to get the old stove out, make sure it's working fine before we head camping this week. But there it is. Let me get the fire started, and we will see how this works on a Coleman stove. Just got to pump this up real quick. Okay, let's see if we can get her lighted. Up to light. Our fire going. And there we go. Gas got to it. Flame is coming out good. Just gonna let that generator heat up. If y'all will look, the generator passes over the stove. That's so it will atomize the air and the gas that much better before it flows back into the outlets to come out as gas, heating it up some. We have a nice blue flame going. I'm going to turn it down to run. Let's set our coffee pot over the top. And we'll check and see how long it takes it to boil. Now, one thing, if some of y'all saw the review of my chuck box here, one thing I was concerned about was he didn't make it quite as wide. I wanted a 24-inch shelf, and he actually made it overall 24, which put the sides of my stove closer. Well, to reach the adjustment for the left burner, it's a pretty tight fit. I'll go over there and let y'all kind of see it, and we'll zoom in on that. If you can see right there, there's not a whole lot of room. My hand will fit in there, and I can turn on this burner if I wanted to that way, but I think this is going to get pretty hot. So I may end up using some blocks to raise it up. Also, I'm just worried about how much heat radiates over from the side to the wood. Now, also, this is pushed all the way that way, where the heat is right now. I'm not going to use this left burner, so I'm going to pull it away from that wood just a little bit and bring it back this way to give me a little airspace over there on the other side. Now let's just go back and see if we can see how long it takes to get our water boiling. Then I'm going to turn it down and let it percolate for a little bit. All right, our coffee is perking, waiting for that to get done. And while it's done, I'm just dropping back and going to show you a breakdown of this Bass Pro coffee pot. I like it very well, put together very well. Anyways, this is it. It's stainless steel. It looks like it's pressed together, spot welded in the right spots. Nothing at all wrong with the way that this coffee pot looks or is put together. I actually collect enamel coffee pots. I can tell you how many I have. Some of them probably over 100 years old, of different colors and types. And so I've used them a lot. Now those are the old boilers. They don't have a filter or anything in them. So you would cook in them and drop the grounds down by either adding cold water. Some people put eggshells, green branch across the lid, different ways that people tell you to get the grounds to drop to the bottom. But anyways, that's what we do. But this one is very nice, very well put together. Should be an heirloom to hand down to my kids one day. But you can see it's 12 cup, and again, 12 cup to the top. So it's probably 12 coffee cups is what they're saying. The insides are also all stainless steel. There's our stem and our basket. Basket has good size holes, nothing too big. Still, I would not do a fine grind coffee in it. I would go down and use a coarse grind for using in a percolator. But this all looks very nice. Looks put together very well. It slides in good. It's all put together really well. The glass top for the percolator does not come out. Now the old one I had, this removed. You could take it out and wash it. These were bad about the ears breaking off. I had two little glass ears on each side of this top, and those would break off. You have to be careful. That one had been broke since I was a child. I never remember being in one piece. But Dad used it for years. I used it for years, and decided to retire it the other day. It did hold more than this. It was a true 14-cup coffee percolator. This one is, like I said, they call it a 12-cup. So it holds 10 and a half cups of water if you fill it to the bottom of the spout. But anyways, well put together, like it a whole lot. We're going to go back to the regular video, see if our coffee's perking there, and then we'll continue the rest of this evaluation or review of the Bass Pro Shops Campfire Percolator coffee pot. There we go. It's perking now. Took it about 12 minutes to start perking. And so I've turned the heat down, trying to slow down the percolating a little bit. It's just going too fast. Don't want to go too fast. But what happens is as your water boils, it comes up through the tube that's on the base, comes to the top, spills out into the glass area, goes back down on top of the lid where the coffee grinds are held, flows through that onto the grinds, and then of course it carries the coffee flavor back down into the water, leaving the grinds in your container up on the top part. But we're going to let this perk for a little bit, and then we'll get back with you. Now you can see the percolating has really slowed down, and this is kind of where we want it. Even a little bit slower may not hurt. Got the fire pretty low. Might turn it down just a little bit more, but we're going to let this perk for about 10 minutes, and then we should have some good coffee. So we'll get it out, give it a try, and see how it turns out. All right, we've been perking about 10 minutes, and with this on low, this handle is cool. I had a hot pad ready, just not being sure. Of course, if we had it over a campfire, it could be hot. So always be careful with that. Bell's nice and cool. But I have my mother-in-law and wife out here. They want some coffee, but they don't want to be on camera. So we're gonna try our coffee for them. Looks nice and rich.
Looks good.
Let's see how it turns out. All right, 2 cups for them.
Cheers.
Now, for me, my John Wayne mug. Everybody needs a John Wayne coffee mug. Fill this up. Try our fresh brewed coffee. Maybe y'all can see my John Wayne mug there. Can y'all read the quote in it? Courage is being scared to death, but saddling up anyways. Anyways, there it is. Coffee on our Coleman stove, 413G, 1973 model, Bass Pro 12 cup percolator. And as you can see, the percolating has sped up because we've taken some of the liquid out. So I'm going to turn it down, get it even lower than it was, slow that down, or actually now I can turn it all the way off. Don't need to do that. So it's off. Hot coffee for everyone. Gave it a little test run before we headed out camping on it, see how it turned out. Good coffee pot, put together good. I think it looks like it's sealed up fine. I'm going to take it apart and see how much coffee may have came out of the basket and the percolating process. But overall, looks like a great job. I think this coffee pot's going to last a long time. I'm retiring one that's probably over 50 years old. That was my father's, and it just had seen better days. So we got this one, and it looks like it's going to be great for our camping and our camping needs. Once again, thank you for stopping by Texas Style Cuisine. I hope you enjoyed the review of our Bass Pro Shop 12 cup Campfire percolator and our Coleman 413G Coleman fuel stove, 2-burner, 1973 model. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed that. If you do, give me a thumbs up. Go subscribe our channel. We always appreciate that. Thank you for dropping in, and we'll see you next time on Texas Style Cuisine.
Sitting by the wagon when the sun come up this morning, bacon, eggs, and coffee, biscuits, and beans. Cookie strikes the bell and he rings the world a warning. How them boys put food away beats all I've ever seen.